Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is an update of the 200 gallon mixed reef aquarium. So let's get started. As you guys remember, my last video was about me taking the sand out, and I did it. It took me 7 long hours of tedious work, 8 filter socks, and some tools. Let me get to them and show to you. My original plan was to start with this bucket. Start with the bucket and siphon the sand into the bucket and throw the sand out and the water back into my tank. But the water got murky real fast, so I started getting worried. I didn't want any spikes of the nutrients, any nitrites, phosphates, any of that bad stuff, ammonia. So what I ended up doing was going from the tank directly into my sump, and that's why I ended up using 8 socks. And it worked out great for me. Within 2 hours, the water cleared up again. Thanks to the help of everything that I have in the sump. I do have 2 socks, my Cheeto, I have bio pellets and a phosphate reactor, and a lot of reading. So I decided to go with 1 day. 1 day, 7 hours. That's how long it took me to get my sand out. I did a lot of research, and talked to a lot of reefers. My tank's been set up for 2 years. And with 2 years, that means a lot of good things are in there to kill bacteria. I do have 200 pounds of live rock plus what I have in the sump, another 30 pounds, and it worked out for me. The only thing that I noticed that was bad was some algae, but that was an easy fix. I picked up 6 turbos nails, and my tank's full of tanks. As you can see, they're doing their work. They're picking out the algae, and it wasn't much of it, very light. But yeah, it worked out great for me. And just to recap, I took out 35 pounds of black sand out of my tank because I was getting some macros in here, and due to that, I had to ramp up my MP40s to 60%, and my sand was going all over the floor, and my phosphates within a week were going from 0.05 to 1.50 with major swings. My first acro that I had in here was the green slimer. It turned brown on me. As you can see now, it's turning green again. The polyps are coming out. And I picked up some more acros from some local reefers. I picked up the Jason Fox Flaming something, a Vivid Aquarium Confetti, a Walt Disney, a Tierra de Fuego, and some other stuff that is crucial for me to keep my numbers stable, especially my phosphates. My tank's always been the low nutrient tank. I've always ran 0 on everything, and I know that's bad, but I am dosing amino acids every day, plus my automatic feeder doses reefroids. So my corals are healthy. They're fatty. Like I said, I do have a lot of filtration on the bottom. I have 2 filter socks. I have my Cheeto. I have my bio pellets. I also have a phosphate reactor, which I think I'm gonna start taking some of the stuff out now because I don't want to keep it at 0 either. I'm happy with the outcome to the tank. It looks good, other than the little green algae spike that I had, but nothing major. It's been 3 weeks, like I said, and this is what it looks like. 3 weeks. I'm happy, and I know that my tank's healthy because look at this. Purple Caroline algae is already growing. It's encrusting in the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the sand. It's not a reef without a sand, but I couldn't continue to have those spikes. They were bad for my acros, and I wanted to make sure, wanted to keep them happy. The only downside, again, like I said, the algae. And I do have a diamond gopi that was, he's a really good fish. I had him for about a year now. He's the type of fish that doesn't grow piles like other ones that I had before. I never mess with my corals, so I want to keep him alive. I'm trying to train him how to eat frozen and pellets because I know I'm never going to be able to get him out. There's too many rocks, too many spots to hide. And he did good by me, so I want to keep him alive. So yeah, this is what the tank looks after 3 weeks of no sand. It's a cleaner look. I wish I had a better camera to show you guys, but if you are thinking of doing this, drop a comment and I'll try to get back at you as soon as possible. Reach out and I'll show you what I did, what worked for me, but do a lot of research on your tank. I didn't do this just out of nowhere. I did research and I realized that I had enough bacteria in here to help me out. Like I said, it took me 7 days. I mean, sorry, 7 hours one day. A lot of people were going crazy about it. They were telling me, do 1 cup out of each day. But I had 200 pounds of live rock in here, and my tank's been stable for 2 years. So I just go ahead and and did it, and it worked out for me. Other than that algae patch, the tank's gold. I'm gonna be leaving you with some shots of my tank, my top down shots under the Castles 700.